Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Stat Check episode 176. It is the 17th of March, 2026. I'm Innes, and I am joined by Anthony. We have a lovely Kids Table episode for you here today, guys.
Woo!
We hope you guys are ready to talk about some stuff. We have stats, we have results, we have events that we're preparing for. We got all sorts to chat about, so lots of fun stuff. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And yeah, we're gonna get straight into it once Anthony rejoins from.
I'm here.
There we go. Anthony, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Job stuff's going good. I haven't been playing a lot of Warhammer, so it's easy to, broadly have a good time. Yeah, it's going pretty well. The new PoE League was definitely life-consuming for a little bit. My build is basically as far on as it's going to be now, so I'm just cleaning up the League Challenge stuff so that I can get the cool armor that comes with doing that. Yeah, it's probably the most I've played a PoE League in quite a while. The combination of it being perhaps the best league the game's ever had, on 40k being a dumpster fire of a nightmare, is, making those scales real heavy on the PoE side of things. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get back to you playing some more in-person games here soonish. Trying to just run the world leaders that I have into the locals and see how they hold up against the wall of Chain Axe, just to make sure I don't fully lose those skills while I'm playing Necrons for anything that I have a vague interest in doing okay at.
You can bring an army to BFS if we can play on the Friday night or something.
It'll be right here. It'll be in the room you're sleeping in.
Oh, we should do the job of getting the charity stream up again. Me and you can do a fucking melee mirror.
Oh God, please no.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I don't want to play world leaders outside of just don't let the rust fully consume my axe. So yeah, that's that. I've played two games of Warhammer since the slate of Necrons. I did not lose a single model in either game. So nerfed army unplayable, loss of synergy, etc. The Shatter list that I was playing has won a GT and went undefeated at a different one since then. So
and undefeated at Team Event
and undefeated at a Team Event. Yep,
which won a golden ticket.
Yep, correct. Yeah, it's still really good. So yeah, it's been an interesting time. I read both the Twice Dead King books. I'm working through the back end of the omnibus now, which has two short stories in it. The Necrons, I fear, have become compelling enough that I actually like them. So they will probably be a slightly more stalwart part of my rotation now.
It turns out Anthony does love an army that wins in games.
It's mostly that I love a race of people so spiteful that they killed their gods. That's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do like winning. That normally the Necron stuff hasn't appealed to me basically ever before this point, right?
Sure. Dawn are definitely the coolest part of Necrons.
Right, 100%. I mean, a bunch of other parts of it could be cool, especially now having read the books. This slow, ponderous statue that just forehead tanks damage until it wins the game on the scoreboard is not at all how the boys are described in the literature. So maybe one day we'll get a little closer to that. But until then,
I think the problem is that if you go by the literature, I think every Necron warrior ends up being about custodian stats, right?
So, no, they're like basic bitches. They die in droves in the things. They just get repaired, right? So it's easy for them to let them die in droves because they can be repaired so that they can maintain being a faction. The one that never makes any sense to me is the Eldar, where every life is precious and they die like fleas in all the Chaos books, but whatever.
It's like, guys, invest in better armor, please.
Yes, figure something out. What the fuck? Every Eldar model should have a 2-up save and no invulnerable save. They should be like Grey Knights, but Xenos. Anyway, so yeah, so that's been where most of my time has been going. And now I'm playing for us for Home Nations, so I have to pay attention again. So now I have to get back in the rep saddle, and that's
we might finally get to play an event game, Anthony.
Oh God, it could happen, dude. It could technically happen. Depends on what you bring to Home Nations, hotshot. We're not going to Liam Gambit and then end up on a draw with Scotland. I'll tell you that for free. You will not distract me from
Are you in the 7-8 player slot by now, Anthony? Your team keeps getting better around you.
Yeah, I hunt the 7-8 player slot. That's my job. We could say that I am. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I agree.
Everyone keeps getting so much better, right?
I mean, the team is very powerful, like around me. I have no shame in whatever my individual ranking in the team is. It could be 8. I don't care. If that brings us home a golden one of these bad boys instead of a bronze one or a silver one, sure thing. I'm not immune to getting carried. So yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, playing with StatCheck is the Warhammer equivalent of being the little spoon, isn't it? So it's nice to go back to your national teams and be the big dog again.
Yeah, I mean, like the main thing with us, and like honestly, the same thing happens when we pair in StatCheck is like a team can try and fuck me. You're allowed to do that, but 7 of your other players are going to be in flames for the fucking hubris of trying to pin me. So good luck.
Isn't it glorious?
Yeah.
Well, we can chat a bit about that later. Suppose I should do how I've been doing.
Let's hear it, dude.
A disaster amount of Warhammer since the data slate.
Oh,
I
no.
think I'm like 30 games deep since the slate because I'm doing Eurotrash this weekend. So I've actually tested like Deathwatch on WC terrain because that was an important part of deciding if I was willing to play it for
yeah.
Because I'm playing more or less the same list for anyone who's interested in the updates. I took out my Infiltrator squad and I replaced it with 3 Eliminators who are right here because I don't get scouts. So
they go up there.
Something's got to infiltrate to make sure the town army doesn't always get first drop and first turn against me.
Yeah. I mean, you have control over 2 of them now versus 1, which is better.
Exactly. I can do something about something. So that's been nice. Actually, they're really solid at screening rapid ingress as well. They've been completely fine. Fire and Fade is a fun mechanic, and it's nice to not have to interact all the time.
Yeah.
The true joy of accidentally popping a Rhino with 2 of them because I killed it, fire and fading back by the wall, and getting to kill the contents with indirect was also very funny.
Whoops.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Sometimes you just double, sometimes you just get two Eliminator wounds through.
I got shot by the Las Impulsors, dude. I don't miss those things.
No, back when your Impulsor had 8 las cannon shots, yeah, I missed that.
It was 8. Yeah, it's 4 out, back in, and shoot.
Plus the multi-melta, plus.
How did they end up fixing that? I don't even remember what the rule change was.
If you fire and fade back in, you can't fire the guns.
That's not that big of a nerf.
It's enough that you're not like actively chasing.
You're not chasing it down. That's fair.
Like, do I want to spend 300, nearly 300, like more than 220 points on this when I could just play a Rep X?
Yeah, no, I get it. It makes sense.
I think they put Eliminators up 10 points as well. They're 85 now, not 75.
Okay.
So it's like 255 for the package, which is more than a Rep X. So you just kind of do that instead, right? So yeah, I've done a ton of that. I've been testing a bunch of other stuff for other people, playing a lot of Necrons into people, playing a decent amount of CSM. Actually, for anyone who's keeping an eye, I played a game for the Vasel League, which we did record with the Gunch update, with the updated Gunch list, which was fucking hilarious. Thank you. Is
that similar to the one that Danny's on?
It was the original one that you wrote.
Okay.
It's the 2 Rhinos, 25 Chosen, Huron and his mom, Abaddon, Cypher, Bile, 1 Cultist squad, double possessed. Just no chaff, only go. Yeah. And I played that for the Vasel League, and if you want to see the results for that, check out their YouTube channel, because you can see me play the mirror match against an ACDC version.
Oh, no, that matchup's so bad for the ACDC version.
Yeah, he also didn't have Abaddon.
No!
Yeah. Well, I suppose I can spoil one thing. Before I took my turn 3, I'd killed 3 bricks in his turns.
That ain't great.
So yeah, that'll be a fun one. So if you want to see some of what I think you can do with Huron's Marauders, that's an interesting place to have a look. What else have I been playing? I tried Tyranids. I think I spoke about this last week. I played Tyranid Warrior Bio for 1 slot because I was like, surely it'll be okay.
Something, yeah.
And do you know what? I played into Tyranids and it did just fine because Tyranids have one good matchup, but it's the mirror.
The mirror.
It actually worked surprisingly well. I think if that guy was a little cheaper and he worked in that detachment, I'd almost be willing to try it for like an RTT. I actually have an event at Saltire sometime in the next 6 weeks that I might try something stupid for because content. And Warrior Bioform is high on my list of stupid things to try for content. Someone at UTC actually has that guy in their invasion fleet list, which I think is the only solid use case for him, which is putting him in a 20-mana Hormone invasion fleet, so that against vehicles you can shout crit 5 lethal sustained.
Just give him the scratching.
60
dude.
Attacks at your forehead.
Yeah. You're definitely going to
if you
get them
want,
all
bro.
to swing. Promise.
They're on 20. They're small bases, and they charge.
It should be fine.
It should be fine.
I played one game of Black Templars since the slate the other day, and having to use 20 mans that don't have a 3-inch engagement range pissed me off in a new and exciting way. I did not realize how mad I could be at that specific thing, because I've always been like, oh, like, it helps. No, it's fucking game changing.
Yeah,
all right.
The combination of 3-inch fight and 6-inch fight consolidation just fundamentally breaks
Yeah,
them.
and 4 inches faster. Like, there's a couple of things. Like, that Templar list is very good, but if you roll a 1 on your advance, you want to put your face through a wall.
You just stay there. You're just
yeah,
like,
yeah, you just start, you're like, all right, well.
There is one small advantage to it in the Black Templars. At least if you roll the 1, you didn't already spend a CP.
True. Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like, if you roll the 1 in Eaters, you're still going 11. It's not that bad.
Yeah, you're also still going, even if it's an 8 afterwards. Like, you
True. Yeah, you don't.
I'm not rolling it. What are you?
Yeah.
Like 67% chance of getting this turn. Otherwise, 67% win rate's pretty good.
I will say the Templar units do hit a lot.
Monstrously hard?
Yeah, much harder, probably. Yeah. Even with not all of them swinging.
Yeah, most of the time, it's like the average damage from a Castellan Marshal lethals that passes the leadership test is like decent odds to dome a Catan and another one down to like 4.
I would do horrible back alley shit for access to a Marshal in World Eaters.
Oh yeah.
Just the
Imagine if Juggerlord was half a Marshal in combat.
Not even that. Like, he could have no melee weapons. Just his datasheet rule alone would just be worth
always on crit 5s, no caveats, no requirements, and
insane
damage 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the Crucible Champion rules give you something like that.
Maybe, dude. There are so many parts of Black Templars that if Eaters had access to, I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
please.
Can you imagine being able to double lead a Juggerlord squad with a Castellan and a Juggerlord?
Yeah. A lieutenant, dude.
Louder than it is. Let me see if I can turn Anthony down just a little bit.
Yeah, there's so many ways that they would be just fucking nuts. But
yeah, 1 combi lieutenant.
Yeah, sure. That's not, I just assume that's not a thing, right? That's for other people. That's okay. We don't get lone ops. We have sticky on death. I'd rather have sticky on death.
World Eaters Forge Finds were Rapexes.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about any of that. Their rerolls work all the way over there. I don't know why, but
are you within 12 of that? Actually, it would make way more sense if the World Eaters rule was the Forge Fiend rule. Like the Forge Fiend gets angry if something else is within 12 of it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's like, I see that you're pointing the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of ways to make World Eaters into a reasonable army. Part of the problem with World Eaters is that, like, the buffs we're asking for, like, 6 months ago would have been inane bullshit. You would have never asked for Cricket 5s on World Eaters. But the game has scaled in such a way that,
yeah, if you had told me before LGT that World Eaters needed buffs, I would have been like, I don't know, man. The army's doing all right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's got some tough matchups, but...
Yeah.
Sorry, just give Angron and Nora crit 5s.
Sure. You probably could.
Nora of crit 5s. You would. It wouldn't even really move the needle.
That's not true, but it wouldn't fix it.
It'd just make you play Angron again.
I'm already playing. There's not a lot of options in that book.
Well, you're not gonna play a 6-man of Exalted 8-man with a Slaughterbound to have a 50-50 of doing 12 damage to a Catan.
To be fair, if you take the 6-man and lead it with the Berserker Glaive guy, that Catan is fucked. You lose the game the next turn, but that Catan is fucked.
Yeah, like one other Catan walks forward and goes, so 3 wounds, 5 up save.
Yeah.
Off in the shooting phase, potentially.
You kill the whole thing with just the Deceiver.
Yeah, that guy's not getting a final death. He's taking 6 mortal wounds and moving on.
Yeah, no, bad news bears, dude.
He might explode and kill another one on the way out.
You know?
I always forget that guy's deadly demise. It's a very silly rule.
It's not a good time to be World Eaters, but it is.
Him and Beast and Nurgle, the stupidest deadly demises.
That's true. The upside is that Star Shadow list still feels really good to play. So that's the upshot of
it. Feels really awful to play against. You know, the only thing that I enjoy about the Star Shadow changes. Actually, there's 2 things. I'm putting that variant of that list. Every time a Catan rolls a 2 to hit with its ranged weapon while it's tagged, an angel gets its wings. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
shit
like,
sucks. That makes me
my
sad.
opponent's just like, and the deceiver just rolls like 3 2s to hit, and I'm like, ha ha ha, the nerf mattered every time. And the other thing is that when the deceiver's pulling the smell your finger out of a wall, and then he pivots, and he doesn't do that anymore, and I really like that.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, none of that. I'm gonna be
But
honest. When I
none
was
of
at
it matters.
Pyra,
None of it matters.
yeah,
But it makes me a little happier.
yeah, that's fair. When I was at Pyra, I used the reactive one shot stratagem most games, but I used it on a Satan. Honestly, I used it outside of the king once, and it was on Xeris, and that's it.
The thing that it does change a little bit is that you can actually line up on a Catan now that's like a little sketchy, and you like, whereas before you just wouldn't. So you would never use the stratagem because no one did that shit to you because the threat of the stratagem made them not do it. But
I
that's
mean, I
maybe a
don't.
thing of like
Yeah,
the
you kind of
teleport
just
shooting
not let
armies
that
that I've
happen
been playing.
anyway.
Yeah, the teleport shooting armies I've been playing that kind of care about that stuff has been, like I can line up on the pixel of the deceiver's sword now, or the Nightbringer's sword spear now, instead of being like, well, he just runs away and then I did nothing.
The trick is you still have to do that at yard if it's played correctly, because all 3 Satan are stood next to each other. So if the shooting army clips the first guy, the other 2 run out and blow them apart.
I'm not saying it's trivial, but it
Yeah.
does at least change something.
Yeah.
What else have I been playing? I'm playing the new Slay the Spire. I've played 3 whole runs of the new one. It's can't tell the difference between it and the old one. The graphics are a little better, and
I've
some
heard
of the
that a few
stuff is
times.
new.
Yeah,
But I like Slay the Spire, so I will probably continue to play a game here and there. I'm doing a Pokemon Showdown Draft League, which has been good fun. We're doing a VGC draft, which has been interesting, with a bunch of guys from the Static Discord. That's been kind of interesting, enjoying that. So I've been playing some Pokemon Showdown. Considering every time I think about it, I'm like, I should get a Switch, and then I'm just like, I really don't want to buy a Switch. It's so expensive.
That's fair.
For like the amount of time that I don't spend playing games on my laptop, I could also not spend time playing games on a Switch. Like that doesn't seem like it's productive for me. So I've kind of been leaving it. Is there anything else that's been going on?
I think it'd be funny if we did like a weekly show of like the hosts playing Baldur's Gate together, but
my laptop won't run it.
Yeah, we need to upgrade you a little for that to work out.
Yeah. Well, one day, once we're like slightly more famous, we'll have the stat check off, like the stat check second channel where we do all 40K stuff.
Right.
That's the 10th, that's the like 1,000 patron goal, right? As we start our like Slice Life channel. Yeah, other than that, it's not been a ton. Like I said, we've been prepping for ETC. Our team comp for that is super fun. I think we have a very solid team composition. We've got Monka Tau, we've got Huron's Murders Chaos Space Marines, we've got Talons of the Emperor Custodes, we've got Rubricate Phalanx Thousand Suns. I'm playing Black Spear Task Force Deathwatch. We have Star Shatter Necrons. Weirdly, it's the Anthony list. I can't imagine why. We have Recon Guard, and then we have 5 Bigs IK, which has been kind of hilarious in testing.
It's a swingy bitch, that list.
It's a swingy bitch, but sometimes you just leverage. You gotta, when you're fighting up into teams like Germany and stuff. Sometimes you want a swingy bitch. Just be like, here's a bit of a fucking chaos grenade. We're a lower seeded team than you, or a lower ranked team than you. Let's have a swing, right?
Lower seeded no longer, bro.
Well, you know what I mean. Like we're lower rated.
I know, but like you corrected yourself, but I was like, oh, that was not true before this last year.
Yeah, we're gonna throw out some chaos grenades. So yeah, it's been really good fun watching that list just like get 0 or 20 in pairings a bunch, and learning how to leverage, making sure that it gets the 20 side of that. So yeah, it'll be really interesting. There's a bunch of cool comps. Someone, I believe Sebastian from our Discord made one. I could throw up a quick meta screenshot. I'll also soft plug it for them because they won't fucking do it. The End of the Matrix guys will be covering Eurotrash on this Thursday's episode, so check that out at some time. Surely Germany doesn't have to play against IK. Luis, you're not there, so I assume that nobody has a fucking clue. Yeah, here's the kind of rough overview of the metagame. So we've got everybody has Marines, but there's actually a pretty decent variety of Marines. We've got some, decent amount of internal variety. We've got a couple Bastions, 3 Blades of Ultramars, 1 Gladius, 1 Liberator, 2 Black Spears. So, you know what? Reasonably varied. Unlike Custodes, who is dull as shit, 9 Talons, there's a lot of Necrons. Most of these are actually warrior builds, which really threw my fucking brain.
I mean, I live as the no capes lady from The Incredibles with warriors these days, it feels like.
I don't get it either. There is 5 Grizzleds and 1 Recon element. It's actually kind of nice that there's like only 3 armies that are like everybody's taking them.
I was
Guard actually kind of falling
shocked
off.
at the
Yeah,
amount
this
of
is
Grizzled.
wild to me.
Yeah. Like, how many... It's been clearly demonstrated, I feel like, at this point, that the best version of this army is Recon.
I think you just like can't convince people to play Recon.
But like...
Which is crazy even at the national level, but...
That's what I'm saying, is that, like, at the national level, it's definitely a bit of a, like, suck it up, too bad, unlucky, are you the guard pilot or not?
That is what I told Scott. So
right.
Naturally, Scott proposed making the jump to me. So
I mean, Scott's a gamer, dude. Scott gets it.
Scott's my hero. We're replacing Brian in the aggregate with just Scott.
There you go.
We've got Chaos Space Marines, a bunch of Heroes Marauders, 1 Pac-Man Zealots, Gaming, Tau, 5 Montcalm, 1 Red Cadre. This number is also kind of wild to me. Twin Lance is legal for this tournament, but there's still only 6 Taus. Still a bunch of CK, decent amount of Tyranids, some Votan, all Hearthman notably. Grab bag of Thousand Suns, and then you kind of get into the Doldrums armies. There's one of most things, a couple of Admechs, couple Sisters, a couple of different builds, some Aspect Host. I think notably Liam is an Aspect Host, some Death Guard, some Spectacle, some Biosynthetic, 2 different Orc lists, Call of Speed and Green Tide. I know Uni loves his Call of Speed. 2 Berserker Warbands, Anthony. You ready? You want to see what you want to take an over-under? How many points these score?
They'll probably win 4 games on the weekend.
Between them?
Yeah.
No, over-under on points. Come on. It's a team tournament. Let's do a diff. 200 diff available. 100 if they play themselves, 180 we'll take 10 off the prediction. I hope they play each other so bad. Do you want the over-under on 70 diff?
I would take the under.
You taking the under on 70 diff for the World Eaters players combined?
Who is it?
No idea.
Like what nations?
Oh, sure. Nations 3 and 5. Finland and Luxembourg.
I maintain my stance.
I'm taking the under on 70. All right. No. We've got 1 Incursion, 1 Coterie, and 1 Question Findings. 1 Coterie is sad, but we're gonna get to the stats in a second, and you'll kind of get the feeling that.
I mean, Coterie's in a fucking rough spot in a stat check meta, but like weirdly enough, right? Like in this exact meta, like with the lists that people chose to take, Coterie would be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of Necron warrior based lists, most of them are warriors and a Catan, but giving just something to actually fucking kill in that army is super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like the Huron's Marauder matchup is fine. Like they can play Talons, they're favored into Talons. Like they're good into, you know, these Bastion builds are open games, right? Like,
yeah, fair. No, I think it's super cool. It's actually, I'm actually kind of surprised at how varied the metagame came out for this one, which is cool. I like seeing a slightly more varied metagame. So yeah, hopefully we're aiming for top 3. That's our goal for the weekend. So yeah, keep an eye on the Team Scotland Facebook page. We'll be posting up a bunch there, and I'll obviously be in the Statue Discord sharing out stuff. How many sisters? There are 2 sisters armies, sir. So yeah, if you want to hear even more about this, check out Enter the Matrix on Thursday. I want to say it's 8 p.m. UK time, but it might be 9, something in that space. So yeah, keep an eye out for them. All right, shall we do some stats, Anthony? Do you want to be really depressed?
Yeah, bring it up, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna be depressed. I'm the fucking thrice dead king, dude. Come on.
All right, so this is the data from the weekend of the 14th and 15th of March. So we had Pi Day. All right, let's start with the top 5 armies. In 5th place, and this is for, I'm going to go for armies with more than, the 2nd army and the 5th place army both have 7 and 8 players. I'm going to go with everyone here has 7 or more players. That's fine. It means we can skip agents. So in 5th place, we have Genestealer Cults, who had 8 players. They were 1.5% of the metagame. They had a 54.9% win rate. They did not win any events. They got 1 top 4, 3 top 10s, and had a 1.51 over rep.
That's like totally reasonable. Like,
totally reasonable.
Crazy, strong army.
Fine spot right now. As much as I wish they were better, like Flu's been killing it with Host again, playing team events and Murder and Catan. I know Nas has been playing Biosynthetic, and like I had one of our friends of the show, Dan Morris, played his lost the finals with Outlander Claw this weekend. He lost like 13-7 to Guard in the finals of his major. So with Outlander Claw. So I think there's at least 3 viable Genestealer Cult builds right now, and I can't complain about them in the slightest, as much as I want to. In 4th place, Tau Empire, 5.3% of the metagame. They had a 55.1% win rate, 1 event win, 2 top 4s, 7 top 10s, and a 0.86 overrep. Notably, Twin Lance I don't think was legal for most events this weekend, so we will see how this continues to trend, but we're going to be keeping an eye on this number because obviously we're all expecting this to go up quite a lot as time goes on, and we'll see how it does at Eurotrash this weekend as well. In third place, we had the Necrons with 8.6% of the metagame. They had a 55.1% win rate. They had 3 event wins, 8 top 4s, 12 top 10s, and a 2.1 over rep, which is very high for the most represented army in the game to be also, 2.1 times overrepresented.
Yeah.
In second place, we had Deathwatch with 7 players, 1.3% of the metagame. They had a 63% win rate, 0 event wins, 2 top 4s, 4 top 10s, and a 3.45 over rep.
I mean, when you're
Just
that small of a percentage of the
being
meta,
completely
right?
fine. Deathwatch are totally fine. I see no problems.
I mean, I definitely like it's they're up there too consistently, but they are also just like again, it's 7
I
people.
really think that we need that. Like you probably could do with putting a points increase on fortresses and maybe making the Watchmaster's free strat the same as the captain's one would be
Yeah.
like my starting points. Too many free strats in this.
Maybe indoms are a smidge cheap, but like
Yeah, 265 feels a little cheap, but also like you could put points on Thief's Secrets as well. Like, there's a bunch of places you could get Deathwatch. They're a very like combination of things army, right? Like I don't think it would be that big a deal. And then in first place, Anthony, any guesses?
who did we've been through Krons,
Cons,
GSC,
Deathwatch,
Deathwatch,
GSE, and Tau. Not in
Tau.
that order.
Who randomly does well? It's not going to be Marines. Small
It's never
player
Marines.
pop plus good right now means
It's 3.2% of the meta. It's not a small player pop. It's not. It's like medium.
Can I ask random unrelated to the stats questions? Do they have a crazy dedicated faction Discord?
Yes.
That narrows it down a lot. It's sisters.
Yeah, it's sisters.
Nailed it.
It is sisters with 3.2% of the metagame. They had a 64.3% win rate, by the way. 0 event wins, 3 top 4s, 7 top 10s, and a 2.13 over rep. Sisters doing well.
Rough.
Sisters get it done. Our bottom 5, I'm very sorry, but excluding Imperial Agents because unfortunately they do not have enough data to represent a meaningful faction. In 5th place, in 5th from the last, we have Imperial Knights with 2.3% of the meg. They had a 44.6% win rate, putting them as the first army outside the balance window. They had 1 event win, 2 top 4s, and 2 top 10s for a 2.02 over rep, which is just whiplash numbers. That's some CSM show fucking numbers.
Yeah, that's rough, dude.
In 4th place, we had Dark Angels with 4.3% of the meta. They had a 44.3% win rate, no event wins or top 4s, 3 top 10s, and a 0.00 over rep. 3rd from the bottom, we had Blood Angels with 3.6% of the metagame. They had a 41.7% win rate. My pure fucking boys. Jesus Christ, this is a bad metagame for Rage Curse, Onslaught, and Lag.
It's just, BA are terrible right now. Like, it's not a thing.
That's fair. They had no event wins, no top 4s, and 2 top 10s for a 0.00 over rep. 2nd from last, we had Emperor Children with 3.8% of the metagame, a 40.7% win rate, 0 event wins, 0 top 4s, and 0 top 10s for a 0 over rep. And in last place, any guesses here, Anthony?
Dead last.
Dead last, excluding Imperial Agents. Their win rate was only 4.4% higher than Imperial Agents'.
Is it a Xenos faction?
It is not.
Is it a Chaos faction?
It is a Chaos faction.
It's not going to be Demons. It's not going to be Death Guard. It's not going to be Eaters because they don't do that poorly usually. Based on your earlier comment, I'm going to go with EC.
We just did EC. EC were second to last.
Ah, fuck.
Just truly not listening. CK. With 11
CK.
players, 2.1% of the metagame, a 37.7% win rate, 0 event wins, 1 top 4, and 1 top 10 for a 1.1 over rep. Again, very funny numbers. Our other event winners for the weekend included Adeptus Custodes, who won one event with a 54.4% win rate and a 1.27 overrep. Leagues of Grey Knights, apologies, with a 53.3% win rate, one event win, two top fours, three top tens, and a 2.69 overrep.
Grey
Let's
Knights?
go, Grey Knights.
Okay.
Coming in a cool 8th place.
Hell yeah, dude.
Astra Militarum with 2 event wins, 6 top fours, 8 top tens, and a 2.5 overrep with a 51% win rate.
That's the Astra I know and love, baby.
That's Astra, baby.
Yeah.
Space Marines, 1 event win, 4 top fours, 9 top tens for 1.15 overrep with a 54% win rate. Adeptus Mechanicus with 48.7% win rate. 1 event win, 1 top 4, 2 top 10s, and a 1.01 overrep. Perfectly balanced. And Imperial Knights had an event win, but we already mentioned them. That is your overall stats. The largest win margin for the weekend went to Chaos Knights, who on average won their games by 36.22 points, but could not win any games.
When they won, though,
when they won, though, by Jove, was it a blowout?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means it's probably because they only had like 7 wins total, so those were all blow.
Right.
Much easier to.
Yeah. They were just a point on the line literally every game.
Shout out to Ben Neal for winning with 20 Iron Hands, Hammer of Averney, 20 Terminators.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I saw that he was playing Matt Evans, so I tabbed into the stream and was like, fuck yeah, let's go Matt Evans, and then closed it because I just really like Matt.
Just didn't want to watch Warhammer.
No, but I saw Matt was on, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's go.
Fantastic. The most mirrors was played by Space Marines, who had 28 mirrors. The next was Necrons, who played 24. We record some fun stats. The most losses were recorded by Necrons, who did lose 126 games.
But Army's bad, dude. Needs buffs.
Yeah. The least losses were recorded by Imperial Agents, who only lost 6 games. Good for them.
Look at them go.
James Van Langett thank you, James Van Langett, for the $5 New Zealand dollars. My friend went 4-1 with Grey Knight Banishers last weekend. He's Grey Knight representing. Hell yeah, man! Congrats. Every time I look at a Custodes list, I'm like, man, I just look at Custodes. I look at Land Raiders and Grey Knights. I'm like, why can't you be like your brothers?
They can. It's the contents that's the problem. They even get the better Land Raiders, dude. Could you imagine if Custodes could take Redeemers?
They get the multi-mod too on their regular ones.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the one thing Custodes don't get. I've actually seen Triple Land Raider and Warbane floating around a little bit, just being like, do you know what? They're 5 OC. They're going to flip the objectives for everyone else. Rerolls.
Oh god, it's tough, dude.
It's a tough old world out there. All right, what do we want to natter on? Did they preview any cool 40k models in the last week, Anthony, that we've not spoken about on the show yet?
They took away Angron's only theoretical important lore kill.
Yeah, they brought Yarrick back from the dead, right?
Yeah. So he joins the hallowed halls of Fulgrim of getting robbed of an important kill in lore by.
I guess did they bring him? Is he actually back, or did they just bring him back for the animation and then he's like?
No, he's got a model. I mean, he's alive. It seems.
Or maybe he's like, I could see a world where they're just like, hey, here's the model back. He's still dead in the lore, but
I don't know, dude. It doesn't seem like that was what happened.
Yeah, no, it didn't really.
They had to invent a faction that they then abandoned to steal.
Oh, they showed us new orc models like 2 weeks ago that I don't think we spoke about because none of us like orcs on this show.
Oh, the war boss. Yeah, he was cool.
The Custodes stuff comes out next week.
God damn, those models are good. Those ones.
Yeah,
are
I'm like
sick.
real tempted to order 2 boxes, and I'm also real tempted to just like not be a Custodes player.
It's tough. I am kept free from the Custodes prison by Folger, so
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I have like 4 Custodes players on my team as well, and I just like,
yeah, you're fine, dude. You know, it doesn't need to be you. It could be someone else.
They're super cool. They're so cool though, and it's
those models are fucking sick. They're by far the best infantry that Games Workshop makes. They might be the best models that Games Workshop makes. They're insane.
Yeah, not a ton else going on.
I mean, it's just kind of like
Rough Riders suck to paint. I hate these models. I'm so sick of them.
Yeah, you're painting them for someone else as well.
I'm painting them for Scott, and I'm so fed up. They have so much detail for 12-point models.
Yeah, well, I would argue that they maybe shouldn't be 12 points, but yeah.
Look, that's a separate argument. Why Guard only got Dorn nerfs when Dorns weren't even the best thing in Guard was wild to me. But
yeah, I don't. Guard pricing, since they've taken War Gear out, has been wrong basically all edition.
Guard orders should all be once per turn.
That
should be able to use each one more than once.
Would help. I agree. Yeah.
Each guard order, once per turn. Just fucking staple it on.
Yeah.
People aren't even going to stop bringing Dorns because GW terrain still exists, unfortunately.
It doesn't, yeah, they're load bearing, right? It's like the Prince or the Karn or the, on and on and on. Like there's
Yeah, they just keep making it more expensive and be like, this will stop people taking them while they're the only thing that does their job because tank commanders died.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
Like you either play on 4-hour clocks and you can play the Horde army, or you play Dorns, right? Those are the two.
The end of this edition has been truly embarrassing from a balance perspective. Like genuinely embarrassing. There's not like a nice way to sugarcoat this or say it. It's just pathetic. Like the last slate was like an actual joke.
The last 2 slates have been really bad, right? Because the one before this, I don't recall us being happy with.
The one before this wasn't great, but this one was like embarrassing.
The one before this one was like the 7 taps to Necrons and Admech or to Eldar and Admech and like no other changes, right?
Right. Yeah, they kind of just let the problem proliferate with the other stuff, right? They took Eldar out back and shot them in the face, and then roughed up Admech back on the way in, but Admech still gets to have
It's been
a story.
fine, yeah. Well, Admech is like tracking is like a 0.500 army. It's completely.
They're fine. They're good. They're doing great.
Admech might be the army I enjoy playing against the most right now because the game just feels very normal.
I don't feel that way when I play against certain Admech builds. Every time I get shot by 6 Lance cannons and have to take 11 saves, I'm furious.
That's fair too.
But yeah, there's a lot of parts of it right now that are more reasonable. I think in general, like the game is not, it's the great tragedy of it being the end of the edition, right? The game is not like necessarily terribly far off from being pretty good. But they kind of like
everyone that cares has moved on to the whatever happens in June/July/August.
It definitely feels that way, right? Yeah.
Maybe this is their way of making us all feel better that WTC ended up voting to be on 11th edition. Because if we had to play this version of, could you imagine if we get WTC in a month?
I'm gonna be honest. I would still rather have WTC in a month than have to play a new edition. I would rather play this current meta than play a new edition. That's how worried I am about every time Games Workshop fucks around with the core rules.
That's fair.
Like, what is going to be 11th's dev wounds? You know what I mean?
Hey, look, man, it might be something to do. It might be something melee phase, right? You know how bad they are getting these melee rules sorted at the start of the edition.
Yeah, but they don't ever. They're never like broken.
Hey, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you for being a member for 14 months. At this point in times of terrible meta, should teammates have a faction ban system to just keep the warping armies out?
Teams shouldn't.
Do whatever you
wouldn't be surprised if singles did though.
I think you could probably run a tournament where you were like, your team brought 6 armies and your opponent got to ban one of them before pairings. That'd be fun for a 5-mans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shall see. In 5th edition, you couldn't. If you shot something, it was the only thing you could declare a charge against. So they can always make it. They can always make it worse.
I mean, sure. There's so many ways. A bright new future of ways to fuck this up, right? But we'll see.
We were having a quick chat before the show. Let's do a slightly more productive topic, I think.
Sure.
Because otherwise we're just going to whinge. We were talking about the state of Space Marines, which I've done stuff on for Bonus Content before and all that kind of stuff. But let's talk a little bit about Space Marines. Where do you like them going from here? Because I have my perspective. I've been quite a fan of Deathwatch, and I think I've been speaking about that bunch of the show. And I think for the vehicles that I'm looking for, they've been doing a really good job. But you are reasonably hot on Ultramarine still, and I have an Ultramarine. They're also very solid, right? So
yeah, I have an Ultramarines logo planted in my forehead from John, right? Like just the back, whatever that logo is on the backside of Calgar's fist. Most of Team USA has like a dent in that shape in their head. So from my experience, Ultramarines are, and I mean this like without peer,
way too good.
The best army in the game. Like, I think, genuinely, of all the armies, on all the things that Team America could do with a comp, John on Ultras is our strongest starting point. That said, I can understand why people would shy away from it at this point, because it has had most of its, like, safety stuff removed. Like, if you get Calgar hit clean, he's fucking dead. If you get your Vitrix, like, fucked with or your Repex killed because of a positioning error, bad news bears, right? But if you don't and you have the footwork to master the dance so that Calgar doesn't ever get hit clean and you're kind of always on the front foot, have trouble
The
finding
damage hasn't changed, right? That's the thing that people kind of don't
Right.
catch, right? It's like, yeah, the durability is worse, but if you don't get challenged on the durability because you do it better, that doesn't always matter.
I mean, if you don't get through the front 6 Vitrix, the Calgar change means nothing.
Yeah,
So
if you needed the extra 2 Vitrix to kill your charge target, you were usually trying too hard for killing 3 things at once.
right. Yeah. I mean, again, I've said this, I've made this joke a million times, but like genuinely, if you're willing to spend 2 CP on them and not oath them, the 6 individual models of a Vitrix squad should kill 6 Legionnaire squads. And
Yeah,
that's
you can roll a couple 6s.
No, I'm saying if you shoot them first with Storm of Fire,
sure.
and then you charge and split like one guy into each squad.
Yeah, if you got the banner up for definite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have all the buffs and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll kill 30 Legionnaires.
Yeah, I had a game today where the Power Fist and the medic the Force Slaves killed Nemclaw in the like split activation. I felt like a god.
Yeah,
I love doing that. AP2 damage too is just such an awful profile to roll with and against. Everything that happens with 2/2 feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think that Ultras, in my opinion, are the strongest. They maintain a good matchup into the other ones, which makes them even scarier. The flow down from that is that they can also play Recon and they can play Necrons, and I have to be very scared of them as Necrons, right? And all of those factors together land me on like, why would you play anything else? And simple boredom seems to be the answer I most frequently get responded to with, which I get because the Ultras have been good for like fucking 28 months or whatever at this point. I could get being a bit bored.
Deathwatch is giving me very host vibes, which I'm enjoying in a comp perspective because it plays a lot of the muscle memory of things that I like doing. And I think it fits a lot of the same things you're talking about, right? Like it's competent into Ultramarines. You can play that game, you can play Necrons, you can play Recon, all that kind of stuff. It feels like it's doing a lot of the same things, just with different tool sets. Like you're playing less vehicle heavy, which I kind of like in a metagame of people playing a bunch of Catan. That's kind of why I've gone down this route. Right. Where a lot of people are just like capable of killing Repexes. People are also planning a lot more Ultramarines, which I know is not like a general thing, right? Like I'm not worried about that at the regular level, but at the level of trying to win super major finals and events like EDC, I am a little worried that people have just got a feel for where that's at. I know that
I haven't
it's
seen
not always super easy to go into a comp and be like, yeah, I can beat Ultramarines, but every time I take it to an event, I'm just like, but what if this is the one where people have actually figured it out? And that does kind of put me on edge a little bit with it sometimes.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it with Ultras. Like I haven't seen a comp that does it. I haven't seen armies that do it. Like maybe New Tau can, but like that's.
I will say JSJ 20 to Ultramarines in like 15 minutes in our scrim that we just did, or our Vasil round that we just did there. So we shall see. But my space with Ultramarines is kind of like every time that they shave a little bit off the power level, I worry that that's like I'm going to walk into a room and be the person who didn't get the memo about that.
Yep.
Which did make the like, yeah, I'm going to try something else feel a little easier.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of reasons to try something else. I get it. Like I said, simple boredom alone is reason enough. But
I wish I could use boredom as an excuse. I'd get shot. If I'm making my guard player play Recon.
That's kind of where I landed, right? Is that like which one of you realistically thinks that like actually this isn't the right thing to do? Oh, none of you? Okay, got it.
I don't think I would ever take John off of Ultramarines. That seems like a crazy thing.
Yeah, because why would you, right?
Yeah. I was surprised to see. I mean, I get it on I get the Bastion front as well, like in a team's context. In a singles context, I don't think I would ever play Bastion.
No, Bastion in teams makes a lot of sense, I think. In singles, it's hard because even just in the one game that I played, I was like, man, I hope this works. And like most of my like idiots were dead by the end, but like I was up a bunch of points. It was okay.
At Goonhammer teams this weekend, I think Ed Watts played Josh on his Necrons and just like banged an 11-inch charge into 2 Catan with a brick and just like whipped and just like 20'd him on the spot. That's like shit happens, bro. Sometimes you just
unlucky.
Charge.
Yeah.
I'm pitting up white cards, which is fun, but still to get well. I hope they work in 11th edition. I don't think they're hard on that. I've seen some people playing some cool Spear Point lists, and I painted up my Subodin.
Yeah, white cards cool. Good. It's just like not as good as Ultras.
Sick, by the way. Yeah. He's so cool.
That army is strong. Like those buffs that they get for not being actually Stormlands are very good.
Unfortunately, they are not Ultramarines.
They're not Ultramarines, and that's pretty much all that it takes these days.
Yeah, you don't get 2 oaths or +1 to wound oath and Ultramarines data sheets.
You don't get Vitrix Guard. It will remain the problem the whole way through. You don't have Vitrix Guard. Unlucky, bro.
If they had just made Victrix Guard like the new Blade Guard, they'd just been like, these are Blade Guard, and that's what Blade Guard do now.
That probably wouldn't have been great for the game,
No,
but
I don't
like
think
at least
would
it would
either.
improve marine diversity.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Lag Victrix Guard.
Victrix Guard now, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
rather Victrix Guard with Adriel in them or something.
Yeah. Or lag Victrix Guard.
Stop! I need you to.
Yeah.
Too bad we sent things about Imperial Fists. Look, they put Imperial Fists on the bot. Look, all I'm saying is they've released that new combat patrol that's like 2 Rep X's and 2 Dreadnoughts, and I'm ready for that detachment. Whatever it looks like, that detachment's gonna be mine. And that had Imperial Fists on the box art. So they did the combat patrol it's got like 2 Rep X's and 2 Dreadnoughts on the front of it, and I'm like, that's a detachment that's built. That's Ironstorm. That's my end of edition Iron Hands as a treat.
I mean, maybe they do, dude. Maybe the new thing comes out and it's insane for you, but we'll see.
Lag Victrix with the Priest. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, there we go.
In Gladius, or just doing Gladius still for AP4.
Yeah, just
what 20
so
man.
Silly.
All right, I'm gonna move on. What else is there that's going on? Should we talk a bit about BFS, since that's the next thing up on our
calendar? Dude, you're coming out, I hear.
I hear that you're gonna be. I thought you were going to be our only coach, Anthony, and Dan's doing all the work. You're just going to be there.
It's both of us. We're going to be it's both of us.
You're not going to do anything.
That's not true.
So we're doing Battle for Salvation teams. We are bringing a stat check / Team USA team.
Yep.
It is. Oh Christ, who is the team?
Go ahead.
Anthony is our captain / coach / both. Dan,
Sam's kind of the captain, but yeah.
Upstate Dan is also our coach. And then we have, oh God, this is going to be very embarrassing if I get it wrong. We have me, Sam Pope, Nemo, Glenn.
Yep.
We have Trent.
Yep.
Trent. We have Benjamin Rubenstein.
Yep.
We have Zach Point.
Yep.
And we have Jack Murphy.
Yep.
And that's our team. That's going to be
good.
Did
it.
Yeah. We're all staying at Jack's place.
What's up?
We're all staying at Jack's place, which is going to be cool.
Lots of people are staying at Jack's place. I think you're staying with me.
Am I staying with you? Sick.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I should probably book my flights.
Yeah.
Details. Well, even better. I would much rather stay with you than someone I know tangentially.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to be out for BFS. I hear there's a team that has Liam BSL on it. I hear there's a team that has Nassim on it, which I don't actually know if they're separate teams. I think
they are separate teams.
That's positive for our chances of winning.
I mean,
I'm very...
Yeah, Nas is playing with my boys, my like local homies.
Sure.
They almost had Dan from Team Netherlands on there as well, but he got injured, so he's staying in Euroland.
Fantastic.
But
so I think what we'll do is we'll just like me, Neil, Liam, and Nos will get each other drunk in a trifecta, so that all of us take ourselves out, and then the rest of the teams will be fine, right?
Well, I think allegedly, since they're not public yet, so I don't know, but allegedly the team that Liam is coming out to play for has got some heaters on it, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's got. Do you want to? We know what we know, but yeah, I look forward to seeing what the teams look like. But I'm feeling good about our team. It should be a good time. It'll be good to work with a bunch of the Team USA guys, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. So if you're at BFS, come say hi. I will probably do a bunch of content while I'm out there. Like I'll record. We'll do a prep show. We'll chat about it. We'll do some of the same stuff that we did for the event for the charity event in New Jersey.
Yes,
we'll do some of the same style of content. So we shall see how that goes, and we'll get you guys some stuff out for that because we're doing I think our team name is an abomination that includes stat check.
Yes, so, that's true. Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, go for it.
It is the Stat Check presents Trans Rights Matter Gung Ho USA Team team.
Let's go. Yeah, Ben, I did see the name Ben in the Discord. I was like, oh, sick, Jurek's out, and it wasn't you. And I was like, cool. It's going to be lovely to meet Ben. But it's not Ben.
He's been a judge.
Have I met? Did I meet Ben?
He was on the BFS Chimera team last year.
Sure. So probably tangentially, but not well.
Yeah, not like you weren't like we're friends now, but like you
fair.
Met in passing.
Fantastic. So yeah, it should be good. I'm very much looking forward to coming out. It's always good to go and hang out with the USA guys. Playing on GW Train always makes me a little sad, but it'll be.
That's what Deathwatch is for, baby.
Deathwatch and or Ultramarines, depending on exactly how Eurotrash goes. Right, we're gonna live and see. I might be taking Tau to Sheffield as well. Like, let's not get too started on this.
Oh, dude,
well,
no.
I promise to play the best. I promise to be the best. You telling me that Tau doesn't look busted on UKTC boards?
I get it, but that's dark, dude. Fuck.
Look, I promised to only play what Josh tells me this year, and Josh they printed Twin Lance and put it in 160. What am I meant to do with that information?
Yeah, that's
Red Rum. You're calling me a meta chaser? Like, that's not definitionally who I agree who decided to be this year.
That's
like,
the whole thing, dude. That's the whole point.
Compliment.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I'm going for the 3P. 3 UKTCs in a row.
True.
Me and Nas have won the last 4 in a row.
Really?
We're gonna rename it the Stat Check Tournament Circuit. That's the next goal. I think if we can get
the Stat Check Trophy Collection service.
Exactly. So yeah, we shall see. All right, I'm gonna do the plugs, and then we're gonna do some questions.
Hit it.
All right, let me go and pull these up. Anthony, prevaricate.
I don't really have anything interesting to fill this space with, so consider this space filled. Oh, I started watching Critical Role. That was pretty good. I don't really have much to add past that, but it was pretty interesting. I started on the 4th campaign or whatever. I'm really there for Brennan Lee Mulligan, and I
do fucking love Dropout. It's good. Oh, I watched One Piece season 2. That was really good.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that. I've never watched the anime, but I really enjoyed that. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And I think the new season of Jet Lag starts tomorrow, so I'll be watching that when it comes out. That's in Taiwan, which should be fun.
Anna and I watched all of Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Nice. That was also fucking great.
Slammer. Absolutely insane. I watched the first episode because she was like, oh, you can watch by yourself. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I watched the first episode and I was like, no, I can't. And like, we went and watched the whole thing last night.
Hell yeah. Why can't I find these plugs? Because I'm in the wrong Discord. There we go.
About to read off Fireside's plugs.
I was about to read off our Eurotrash comp. But
nice, strong, good, excellent work.
One Piece is so much fun. I had a good time. All right. If you are an hour into the show, you're probably enjoying it. If you'd like to do the YouTuber things and hit the like, comment, and subscribe button and all that kind of stuff, we do really appreciate it. We do our best to respond to all the comments and have a bit of a chat with you guys and take your feedback and suggestions on board. So please do keep leaving them. We do really appreciate it. If you're in a position to support financially and you'd like to continue contributing to us being able to do more stuff like, content from BFS and all the other events we've done, you can check out patreon.com/statcheck or the YouTube membership. There's a link to that in the description box below. That gets you access to our Discord server, gets you access to all the bonus content I create. And you can take part in the Vibecheck Leagues. You can chat with one of the biggest collections of great 40k players outside of the WTC Discord, but they all have to legally answer your questions because we let them be there. Brian will still ignore you, but other than that, you can probably get an answer from most people. Brian ignores us in the the Team USA Discord, so I don't even know what you could begin to get out of challenging Discord. If you want to hear more from us, you can check out youtube.com/statcheck. You can find all the other episodes of StatCheck. We're there. There's our backlog. You can listen to all of it. We are all talking about Warhammer. If you don't care about it being super timely, there's usually a lot of good chat and advice and stuff like that in there. If you want to see other episodes of our other shows like End of the Matrix, XM1, Take All Comers, Champions of 40k, and Medicase Orders, you can also find that on the YouTube channel. We're live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UK time. We should be back to normal UK time in 2 weeks, I think, is when our clocks go back. So we'll be back to normal times. At the moment, we're a little early for UK and Europe, but we will continue to roll with the punches until such a time. It's actually my favorite 3 weeks of the year. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm gonna be done by midnight. It's gonna be great.
A reasonable bedtime, dude.
I know, right? You can check out all of our sponsors. You can find their links in the description box below. That's Saltar Games, J15 Games, Wayland Yutani, and Red Dragon. You can find terrain, models, magic cards, mats, widgets, anything you're looking for. Someone will have it for you. You can find discount codes for all of them except Red Dragon in the description box below. Red Dragon is a patron discount code, so if you're a member of our Patreon or YouTube memberships, you can get it there. Lastly, if you'd like to check out any of our coaches, you can check out stat-check.com/coaching. If you'd like to work with any of myself, Liam, Nassim, Tyler, Pumbaa, I believe are the ones who are currently offering coaching. You can check out the website and drop us a message. We'll be more than happy to help you out. There's a form you can fill out and all that kind of stuff. I should probably work on getting it updated. I think the other guys need to add some stuff to there, but we'll work on that in slow time. Getting Liam and Nas to do anything digital is challenging, as you guys might have noticed from the End of the Matrix scheduling. or
Techno
spelling in the
barbarians,
titles.
those boys.
It's great. I love them. Yeah, that's us. We're going to go on to questions. As always, there are 3 ways to get your question answered on the show. One is to leave it in the YouTube comments as a super chat. One is to leave it in the Discord as a Patreon member. And the third is to just ask a really good question on the live show that we have time for and that we like. And now I need to go and find the questions, which is a different thread. All right. The first question is from Sir Beard L, which is for Nathan, so we'll leave it. The next is from Aaron Knight, which is prospective EC player here. Built and painted all the goodies, only to see EC near the bottom of the charts with no event placings. A bad meta for them, or lacking the spice of newer books. EC are like the 3rd most recent book to come out, right? So it's just bad meta, right?
The EC rules, bang. They're super good. The meta is garbage.
Everything is just too durable for EC to like get pledge tallies even started off of, which is rough.
It's bad.
And the other detachments that aren't coterie just aren't that good. Like they're fine. Court's okay. Carnival's okay.
Yeah, Court is the 4th best EC detachment. Like,
it's probably fair. It's the best Fulgrim detachment, but that's not saying a lot.
That's not even true. Coterie is. Yeah, Coterie definitely is. What are we even talking about right now?
I like walking through walls.
Who cares? You're so fast.
That is also fair. Yeah, it's just a tough meta game for EC. They're very good in fairer meta games where they're like the most unfair army, but when there are other armies that are more unfair than them, they don't hold up super well into that kind of durability stat check.
Yeah.
Also, man, just getting resolved that by a rep X on an EC Prince just kind of feel miserable. I don't love that shit either.
I mean, just there's too many bad things right now for EC, I think. But they could be really good again. It's not hard. The rules are very strong. It's just that is bad.
That one guy, John, asks, how should I play into Cavalite Cartel, and what the heck does that army try to do? Mostly, and you're playing Quins, mostly it's like sustained hits, crit 5s against one thing. It actually kind of struggles with like the amount of MSU bullshit that you'd have, because they'll kill their pledge target pretty quick if you throw it at them. So throw your pledge target at them so that it dies, and try to do it when they don't have a ton of CP, and then make their life a pain in the ass as they don't have their buffs up, I guess. But also, it's Drakari, just run at them, they'll die. They have a lone up strat. You won't care because none of your guns have longer than 12-inch range. Anything else, Anthony?
I can think of. It's like, yeah, that's kind of it.
Be careful with Lilith.
Right? Yeah. Don't get giga murdered by Lilith.
Given how deep the data sheets are and how many detachments, why does Space Marine list still condense down to 1 to 2 optimal builds? Well, they don't, as we pointed out from Eurotrash. There are a bunch of different Space Marine builds right now. There's Liberator builds, there's Gladius, there's Blades, there's Deathwatch, there's Bastion, right? Like that's a decent spread of, I think there's like 4 or 5 viable things you could play for a Space Marine army. The problem with it is that it's really easy to just kind of there be an optimal first vehicle for a given metagame, I think is kind of the way that especially Ultramarines works, is that there's usually one vehicle that's distinctly the best right now, and then the 2 that you surround it with don't, like the next pieces you take after that don't matter a ton, because like they're just kind of filling the support role, right? Like it's, so right now it's the Rep X is very clearly the strongest vehicle that you can play in Ultramarines. It's previously been the Ballista Dreadnought, it's previously been the Redemptor, it's previously been the Vindicator, it's previously been the Storm Raven, and it kind of cycles through whichever one of those is the best right now. But you'll usually play 1 to 2 of the best one, and then the one you bring as support isn't the one you're building your list around. Isn't the one that you're like archetyping your stratagem usage around. Like most of the time, you're bringing like right now you're bringing Repexes to use them with Blades of Ultramar, Storm of Fire, Double Depth, and Triple Depth Doctrine. Right, that's the big meta breaker that brought the Repex back into like significant prominence. Is the combination of the Blades of Ultramar, Triple Depth Doctrine, and Storm of Fire, right? Like that's the real meta breaker for the Repex, and also a meta game that's pretty good for it.
I was going to say the things around it being good to shoot at is most of what does
exactly
it, right?
But I think the Repex would be much less interesting if people were just still playing Gladius. It would still be good, but it would be a lot more CP intensive, and you'd be a little more married to Gulliman, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. I've seen John just let them rip with no support at all and just be like enough times to be like, all right.
Yeah, that's also fair. Sometimes people are playing orcs, right?
Sometimes people are playing Necron Warriors, bro. Like
that's also true. Don't play Necron Warriors. They're terrible. Sometimes it's Gladiator Reapers, right? Like it really does vary on what the thing around it is, but mostly the thing that goes into that afterwards is like, yeah, you know, are you playing Hammer Strikes or Ballista Dreadnoughts as your support package, right? That doesn't change a ton about how the list like dimensions. You're mostly still just playing Ultramarines, right? The core concept of it is, do you have a second Victrix Breaker Gulliman, right? Like that kind of stuff doesn't change the dynamics super hard, but there is a lot of flexibility within that archetype of no two Ultramarines lists ever look like identical because people have like personal preferences for the way that they're going to play to their specific local metagame, the things that they struggle with, right? It's often better if you have a tough matchup that you really struggle with, the list build around that matchup inside the Ultramarines army rather than trying to power through it. If you really struggle with one specific thing, trade one of the tools that's 99% the same to a different tool that solves that problem for you so you can focus on the matchups that you can play through instead of the ones you want to list build around. So there's a lot of like similarity within that space, but also Ultramarines is just like mainlining the army, right? You're just doing massive damage all the time. It's super easy to play. They are, yeah, as BMS says, they aren't the same, but they all look the same because you can basically have your eyes glaze over when you look at an Ultramarines list and go, yeah, man, it's probably some fucking Rep X's and some tanks and some
It's shooty guns, and now you have Vitrix, so your army's broken. Whoa, but the
do
actual
they
way
have,
those
do
interact
they
with
have
you
deep,
matters.
are they playing hammer strikes that are going to deep strike at me, and do they have the Vect aura, right? Like that's the big question you're asking
Right.
yourself. And all of the time that doesn't matter. You either have a good matchup into it or you don't. And most things don't have a good matchup into it. And certainly lose games 100%. You can build armies that like Guard can play some stuff that's very good at killing it, but that stuff isn't usually good at killing other things in the metagame and things like that. Like there's a lot of things you can do that people don't because you have to kill other stuff around it. Now the rest of the marine ecosystem, the thing that Ultramarines does really well is it's pretty terrain agnostic, terrain, format, and map agnostic. There is nothing that Ultramarines doesn't work on. It plays GW, it plays UKTC, it plays WTC, it plays layout 8, and it plays layout 1, and it plays layout 6. It will do all of those things just fine. There might be tweaks, but like we said, tweaks don't change the army. They change what it reads as, but they don't change how it plays. If you want to play Death Watch, or you want to play Blood Angels, or you want to play Black Bastion Task Force, they kind of have a lot more volatility with that stuff. Yeah. And if you're super confident with it, that you can power through the bad matchups on the tougher terrain, that's fine, but that's less consistent. It makes it harder to play week to week, and it makes it harder to play from event to event. So,
yep.
Can I play my Blood Angels Ultramarines? Yes. Do whatever the hell you want. All my Space Marines are white. Like, they're white and black because it looks cool, and I liked it. All right. Are there any alternatives to the Rep X currently? I feel like I'm forced to play them, but I don't feel worth it if you don't use multiple Storm of Fire. Yes, the Rep X is busted, and you should play 2 of them, and you should stop fucking about.
Yeah.
It's so good for 230 points.
Yeah, it's a broken ass.
It's like
unit,
6 points a shot, bro.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that's real. That's real life, dude. It's fucked.
It's less than 6 points a shot.
I don't want to think about that too much. It's a fucked up, stupid thing. Yeah, it's really strong. You should play that.
It's durable enough to be annoying, and blades get like the fact that sometimes you just be like, smoke AOC and -1 to wound, fuck off against like Adorn activation is hilarious as well. Yeah. Watching Adorn, I've had like I played a practice game with playing with Guard where I had 2 Dorns do 3 damage to a Vindicator because it smoked AOC and -1 to wounded, and I just like was sat at 24.1 inches because it was the closest I could get, and just like did no damage and got domed back. Took 17 damage off the Vindicator and like a chip bolter shot. Just like sick, fantastic. Glad that happened. Who's going to win the Pokemon draft and why isn't it Isaac? I think based on the draft, I really like the team that Tom H has got going on. I really like his core where he's got Alolan Ninetales and a bunch of good users of Hail, and he's got a really good Intimidator user. So I think he's gonna have a really interesting comp. But I'm sure Georgie will win because Georgie arranged it and probably knows how to play competitive Pokemon unlike the rest of us.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah. I've played like 150 games on Showdown since I started playing this, 4 days ago, but that does not mean I'm any good at it. I have like a 50% win rate. It's nice to play something where you can lose in 30 seconds, or you're just like, you click the first button, you're just like, oh shit, I'm screwed and forfeit just instantly. It's like playing Hearthstone again. I'm just like mainlining losing, getting used to it because I don't lose a ton in 40k. It's like, well, emotionally that's going in the waste paper basket.
Yep.
Can't let that affect who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Moving after 10 years, time to downsize. Any tips that make moving hobby armies easier and less stressful? Anthony?
I got nothing, bro. I don't have that like compared to like most 40k people. Like Innis has kind of seen my like total of my collection. It's not that much.
Yeah. I don't think I could move mine. I would have to pay someone at this point. Like most of my stuff's in really useful boxes, so it's not too bad.
I mean, you would just buy a storage unit and be like, this stuff goes in here, Yeah,
pretty much. I would definitely recommend like putting it in, like rent a storage locker, put all your stuff in a van, put it in the storage locker, sort out your house, and then bring your Warhammer stuff in. Once you figured out where you're going to put it afterwards,
Right.
you might be better just like using a second location.
Yep.
Isaac says, "Should I come to Barcelona?" Absolutely. Like even besides the Warhammer, come to Spain. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, the Spanish event sounds like it's gonna be sick. It's hard to do worse than Atlanta, so I'm sure it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, my current plan is to like go out like a week early, get an Airbnb, and potentially just like do a holiday in Barcelona / mini boot camp of like doing some practice games with people on GW terrain,
Yeah.
and then also spend a week in fucking Barcelona because
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
the delta is gonna be absurd between the two events, I think.
Yeah, compared to Atlanta, where I was worried about going to the shop next to the crack den I was staying in.
Yeah. And the hotel was $800 billion a night.
The only time I stayed in the hotel was because GW paid for it.
Yeah,
right?
when you had the free one. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we had the free one, dude. When
We had the free one.
Yeah.
And I can thank, and it's your fault that I got sick as shit straight after.
You and the ghost of Christmas past in that room, dude. Just doing my best.
Me on that Sunday trying to play my game against Eldar from the fetal position.
I told you to go upstairs and go to bed. All right, I will have no fucking play in this. If anything, I'm the reason you survived.
That's true.
I wasn't sick. I just had a fucked up tooth.
Yeah, I stayed up way too late because Jack and John were in our room complaining about losing and or having to play Manny for the 5th time or something.
Yeah, just a bad day in the office for both of them.
Good times. Okay, you've been chosen. Ben asks, you've been chosen to build and launch a new 40k faction. You can either do something entirely new or draw inspiration from the non-represented factions of the books, Mega Arachnids, Technocracy, etc. What do you choose and how does it play? All right. I want the only thing that 40k doesn't have. I'm a fantasy. I like fantasy, not sci-fi. Fantasy's my jam. There are no dragons in 40k. And I want a faction that just has fucking dragons. That's all I want. I don't want dragon riders. I don't want some Aragon shit. I want a faction that's just fucking space dragons, and they just fucking rip. And it's just like it's like Imperial Knights but dragons.
That would be cool. I don't think we need another Knights, but
you know what I mean though. It's like you play like 10 models. Like you have like 10 little dragons and like 4 big dragons in your army, and like the little dragons are like actually little dragons. They're not like armor size. They're like squads of like wyverns and shit like that. That's what I want.
Yeah.
You just you landed on a planet and you fucking woke the dragons up and they're coming for you now. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. Fuck.
What would I want? Let's not currently represent. Oh, the new men. What am I even talking about? I don't know why that took way longer than it should have. The Fabius Bile like fusion dance of humans and space marines. Cool as fuck. God, that shit rocks. I wish that would be an actual faction. Like if they're gonna do ever gonna do something that's like Trader Guard adjacent, they should just do that shit instead. Like that shit would be sick.
Or we could just have like orcs that are actually cool, like Warcraft orcs or something like that, as opposed to 40k orcs that suck.
It would not be hard to make to make 40k orcs cooler, but yeah.
40k orcs suck. The most boring faction in the game.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I don't know. I won't go that far, but
I have to be inflammatory about orcs. It's the only thing I have left after I play Eldar now.
So. No, I got it, but I think that that'd be sweet. I would love the new men. That'd be cool.
Pispy asks, Storm Surge, yes or no? UKTC or GW? I like the Storm Surge. We're taking the Storm Surge to Eurotrash. I think we're the only team that has it. It's so fucking funny. I love that shit.
Towering is a fucked up rule.
Towering is broken. The word AP6 ignore cover shouldn't exist. Like you're landing to get shot and you're like, I can't even AOC for a 6-up.
Yeah, smoke AOC does nothing.
Fucking go. Just domed. The only thing that model is scared of is rolling 2s to hit. That's the only thing it's worried about. Everything else is fine.
Yeah.
I fucking love the Storm Surge. It's 380 points, 360 points of just dumbass idiot big gun, but it is the biggest gun.
Maximum gun. That's true.
Like it's 24, 6, 12, man. I don't know what more people want out of Warhammer guns.
Yeah. It's the end of the spectrum, right? It's, all the way at the end.
Yeah. It's your Dorn is in line of sight. No, it's not.
Not anymore. Yeah.
You didn't need that Dorn, did you?
No.
Is Huron's Marauders the best Chaos Space Marine detachment? Asked Gregory. Where do Bile, Renegade Raiders, and the rest land?
I think it really depends. I like Huron Marauders best. If I was going to play CSM, I would play Huron's Marauders or Bile. The Renegade Raiders build that we were playing on the lead up to Pyra, and the Renegade Raiders build that Brian Dougherty has continued to play after Pyra is really, really strong, but you have to be like
Pixel perfect.
Yeah, you can't be wrong basically ever.
You just can't, it's like playing an entire army of Warp Talons at this point when you're playing Renegade Raiders. Like everything just has to like do its job perfectly every time.
And stuff has to be in the right spot, and you don't get a lot of leniency. It has a lot of units, but you can burn through those units really, really, really fast if you're not careful.
Nothing's very durable right now, which means that your units die real fast.
Yeah, so like it's really hard to play well. You really have to be like in the combined arms mindset. Like there's a lot of like steps to Renegade Raiders that make it something that like I honestly wouldn't even play. But
I like Huron's Marauders best as well. I actually think Pac-Man Zealot's really good on GW terrain. Just like raw shooting people, but
I think it's fine. I think it's really mediocre.
The best of the other options. If you're not, I think if you want to play guns, I think it's the best way to play guns in CSM.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, in general, I would just play the list that Innes's boy Danny is taking to ETC,
which is the list that I'm playing for this one. But instead of one of the rhinos, it has bikes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would not run a second rhino.
I quite like the second rhino.
Someone has to get area denial on turn 1.
I'll use a rhino for that shit.
I don't want it. That the rhinos are important though. If you have 2, they have a job. They're holding the thing. That thing doesn't get out right away usually.
I'll push the rhino up and I'll follow a Huron to jump back into it after they're done.
That's crazy. That's too much. I'm not doing all that. Yeah. Just having a unit to be like, go over there. This is very helpful.
All right. And then Anthony, you said for your GT, you're maybe going to ban an ability of Twin Lance. Actually, I think Anthony said he was going to ban Twin Lance, but Anthony decided because they didn't make any changes to the data slate that Necron players and Tau players deserve each other.
Not only that, I decided I'm not even running that event. So, the soonest possible event that I could do is sometime in the middle of April or the first week of May, because now we've tripped into I have a bunch of other stuff going on now. So
Anthony's accidentally playing Home Nations.
Yeah, well, not accidentally, that's on purpose, but yeah, there's some stuff coming down the pike. So yeah, it's tough.
Right. And our last question from Kyle K is, what does Anthony think of the Silent King with the Starshatter nerfs?
He's insane. I mean, the Silent King didn't change at all. The Silent King got no nerfs whatsoever.
Technically, he did change. He doesn't affect monsters now.
Sure.
Very technically a change to the king.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I would still.
Never the point.
Yeah, the way the list
don't stand near the king.
The way the list plays, people, is that you take Xeros and you put him on one objective. Optimally, you're natural, but sometimes in Crucible there is no natural. There's kind of just 3 objectives in the middle. So you take him, you put him on your natural. You give him no support whatsoever. You put him, the support Xeros is allowed to have is a wall he can stand behind if available. If not, whatever. The middle is, or the other objective, you can take your pick with this one, gets the Silent King, a Necrosaur, a Reanimator, the Hexmark. Those all go together. The other objective gets the Nightbringer and the Deceiver. And then from there, usually you'll put the Transcendent over there. But if your opponent sees 2 Satan and a Reanimator walking at an objective and fucks off and goes somewhere else, the Transcendent also fucks off and goes somewhere else and goes and supports the thing that needs his help. And you just rinse and repeat that until you play a Necron Mirror and lose because you get 1v3'd by the Nightbringer. But for the most part,
you never told that story, by the way. So you're going to do that after we're done here.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't on the next week after that happened. Yeah, so you just rinse and repeat that until you're the best Necron player at Pyra on your first event with Necrons.
Poor Gito.
Yep.
All right, tell us the story. Tell us the 1v1, 1v3 Silent King story.
All right, so I roll up to Pyra. We're playing Poland B. Typhus is the pairings person for Poland B. John and Typhus collude together to get me into the Necron Mirror because I was like, please don't. Please absolutely do not do that.
So I get the Necron Mirror. Did you get champion trapped by Necrons?
Pretty much. Yeah. I think it was like a late defend situation. I don't remember exactly what happened. But the TLDR is that I didn't, you know, I ended up playing against Necrons. So I'm playing against Necrons with my Necrons. And we're going back and forth. He's playing Canoptic Court. I'm playing, the Shatter thing, and we're on Crucible. So it's like this weird setup where I actually like can't go to the objective that is like closest to me. I have to like fuck off and go to this other one. That's normally fine. I like tag his wraiths with Zeros, and we stay there for 7 fight phases or whatever. And no one dies. We're at full health at the end of this. And we go, and in the middle, a fight develops, right? And he puts his Void Dragon on the middle, and I move a bunch of my stuff into the middle, and I kill the Void Dragon. And then he like comes into the middle with like his Deceiver and his Nightbringer, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And across like that whole turn, like to the wound exactly, between getting shot by 3 Doomstalkers, 2 Doomstalkers, and like a Deceiver and a Nightbringer, I lose the Silent King, right? The killing blow is the Nightbringer. He kills me. I'm like, okay. I have a Necrosaur, a Nightbringer, a Transcendent, a
Void Dragon?
No, I have a Nightbringer, a Necrosaur, and a Deceiver left. And a Transcendent to fight his 2 guys. So I kill the Deceiver, and I take my Deceiver and I tag his Nightbringer, because I'm like, I'll hold him still with this, and then I'll come deal with him my next turn, right? Cool. I tag him. He one-shots the Deceiver from full health. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I like, sit up a little straighter now, because I'm like, all right, we were trending Drosh. It was probably going to be Drosh, but I've just, one shot. I'm like, that's not what we needed. So he then walks forward, shoots, does 0 damage, and then one-shots my Nightbringer in melee. And I'm like, oh, okay. Not, again, what I wanted to happen, but I guess we'll see. So then the next turn, I shoot and charge him with the Transcendent and do nothing and get 1 shot again. And I'm like, all right, I guess. So at the end of all of that, I like shift, roll, weave, and whatever. And I'm doing all this shit, and I'm getting just like violently diced, obviously, as this part of the story can tell you. And we do all this stuff, and normally in a game like this, it would like end in a blowout, right? You get essentially 1v forward, right? Like that Nightbringer killed my king, and then all 3 of my Satan, and left the Necrosaur on 1. And I get to the end of all of this, and I'm like, oh fuck, and it's an 8. And that made me depressed.
What a waste of time. What a waste of both our times.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you got a cool story out of it. And now StatCheck knows it.
Yep. So I got 1v3'd by a guy who looked like Kratos from God of War. I should have known I was in trouble when I showed up to the table. But shout out to Conrad. He was super
just like
nice.
Atreus from God of War. So
what'd you say?
You look like the kid.
Yeah, that's true. We were perfect. We could have definitely done that for Halloween. So yeah, it was definitely an experience. One of the experiences of all time. Just getting domed.
But notably, no one else had to play against Necrons that round, and you guys smashed them. So
that's true. That worked out okay, and we should never do that again.
It's incredible that the people twisting themselves in knots to pin you in pairings included John.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I told John if he ever made me play one of those mirrors again, I was going to kill him and then myself. So
in Minecraft, of course, so we don't get demonetized.
Yeah, it was that was something else.
Poor everyone involved in that scenario.
It was something.
That room in Meteor Edge does just generate some of the wildest shitty dice I've ever seen.
I don't know what it was, dude. It was got real crazy.
Yeah. Some crazy shit happens in Poland. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, look, Pyro remains undefeated as my like absolute favorite event. But it's, there are some that get close.
Certainly, WTC in Mechlin gets pretty close. I do enjoy.
WTC in Mechlin rocks. WTC in Leoben not so much, but WTC in Mechlin is quite good.
I am excited for Bar Popular on Sunday this year. It's been looking forward to it for 2 years now.
Yeah, same. Like being able to be there with everybody, both like, honestly, even like the Monday night, right? That's when the before War Masters stuff is. Yeah, like that's great. Most people even tend to go out after War Masters, right? It's not like,
yeah.
It doesn't
usually I'm not shy about staying out.
Right. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, me and Liam that one year that we took a drinking pact to just be like, we'll both play the finals against each other, and then we both dropped in round 4 and 5.
Yeah,
It's
just
like,
died.
we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, just laid it up for Olivia.
Yeah. Well, you and many others have laid it up for Olivier in so many contexts.
Man's
Me too,
pretty good
buddy.
at Warhammer. All right. Do we have anything else that's worth chatting about? What should we do in New York? What should we go and do in New York this year? Since I'm coming out again.
I think this year you did some of the city stuff last time, so we're gonna do the like more upstate nature cool stuff, like the more local to up here stuff. That's gonna be the idea.
Fantastic. Tim Penny launders money through us again. Bar Popular mentioned. Thank you
For real.
$5.
Bar Popular is where it's at.
And this is coming to BFS. I am coming to BFS.
Yeah, so are you, I hear, Mr. Gaylord.
On the Obliterati again.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting times.
Yeah. We'll see if Obliterati can take the might of the stat check empire this time, even though it is not really exactly what is happening.
We have exactly 25% stat, or I guess we're 30% static representation, right? Me, you, and Dan.
If you squint, you can get Sam in there. He's been on the show.
Sam's been on the show, yeah.
Yeah.
We can get Wesley on at some point. That wouldn't be hard.
Yeah. Dude, we can do that next week. We just cycle all the people on the team onto the show so that we can be like,
yeah,
see?
We can get everyone on to a big round table like we did for WTC that one year.
Oh, that might be a good idea. We should probably post that to the group at some point.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam's coming too. Nos is also out there, David. It's going to be terrible.
BFS is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Nos being there it's also just like in the worst mall you've ever seen.
It is a dying mall. It is.
Surprisingly not that dying, actually. It does have a Ferris wheel inside it, though, which is baffling to me as a European person.
Yeah, we'll make some plans to go back to the barbecue land.
That's not a bad shout. That was a good barbecue.
And we'll figure it out from there.
Let's try not to win around by 1 point this year. I'd prefer to keep it.
That was
clean.
That was sweaty last time. We got there. Good enough.
Never didn't have it.
Yeah.
You should just put a point Olivier at the 20s. If only BFS actually had terrain. The terrain was perfectly normal GW terrain, which is
not exactly how I would describe it, but yeah, it's some old handmade terrain.
It's a little thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little thick. But look, KR, for a person from Europe, the barbecue anywhere in America is completely reasonable.
No, the barbecue at this place is genuinely good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
How about the BFS model? A stall near a concrete block with endless space, almost devoid of humans buying things. It was actually surprisingly busy last time we were there.
During the day, it's reasonably busy.
Yeah, right. This is the part of the show that I've been putting off.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Anthony. You could volunteer to do this anytime you want. All right. Thank you to Christopher. The Deceiver has written my current diet plan, and the Nightbringer is driving the Stugger bus into the coughing baby Irvine. This is for apologies. This is for our $15 a month patron tier. You guys get your name called out at the end of the show. Thank you to Willow Weeks. Thank you to Dan F. Thank you to Luke Harridan's taking the subway McCarthy. Thank you to David Shrug Clark. Thank you to Exhausted. Thank you to James H. Thank you to Colton Dan F. Miller. Thank you to Fungus. Thank you to John V8 Gang. At least with a nothing burger of the slate, at least that surely means 11th is around the corner, right? Thank you to Cam, F Dan, Morton, Hog Emoji. Thank you, Archon. I now only measure unit cost using the Twin Lance as a scale. Did you know that a Rogaldorn commander costs 1.8125 Twin Lance? Rahal. Thank you to Josiah Gaffel. Thank you to Frankie. Thank you to Isaac. No, Isaac, you've not updated this. I'm not. Oh, no, you have updated this, but Nathan's not here. Tonight on StatCheck, Nathan really needs to spot this Necron winning bit. It's getting old. Nas is a real coach. He promises people beside his mom, emails him for real, and Innes is a professional Pokemon player. This is Nastic's one. The fuck, no, fuck Isaac, do better. Thank you to the Nurse Missed the Catan because the Deceiver has stealth. Thank you to Stephen Zero Crossed Out One Trick Pony Ross. Thank you to Tom Gordon Con Submarine Services H. Thanks, folks. Thank you to Thank you to Floof. I knew I forgot to change something. Cox. Congrats on your golden ticket. Same to Isaac as well. Thank you to come with me on a Gucci adventure trademark. Thank you to Henry 1500 Explorers, referred to penguins as Strange Geese the Wizard. Thank you to Penny the Penguin. Will be very sad if StatCheck ends. Please do not make Penny the Penguin sad. This is your penguin fact. Thank you to Matthew Pain Engine Aficionado. Thank you to Vivian. The fastest bat in the world is the Mexican free-tailed bat, flying in short bursts at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. That is fast as fuck, boy. Thank you to Yes, but No, also maybe. I hope everybody has had a lovely show. Thank you for joining. Please do remember to do all the social stuff that we said earlier. If you're in the StatChat Discord, feel free to let us know how it was.
Yo, KR has a great idea.
Go for it.
There needs to be a Silent King $20 tier where they just pay and it's quiet.
I'm pretty sure we have the $6.90 tier that's a little nothing extra.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's enough joke tiers.
That's fair.
But we do always appreciate people who want to give us more money.
The idea of a $20 tier that like knocks one line out of the spreadsheet is funny to me.
You can pay $20 to
veto one of them.
Else's.
Yeah.
It's just 200 people paying an extra $20 to shut Isaac up.
Enough.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope you all had a great show. We shall catch you next week. We'll all be back from Eurotrash and probably be talking about it a bunch and then immediately going to Sheffield. God, there's just no rest for me. All right, everybody. We shall catch you all next time.